social ill that we're dealing with is directly or indirectly related to fatherlessness. Do you realize that close to 81% of teen pregnancies come from fatherless homes? I'm talking 80% of all of our kids that are on the street right now, homeless, fatherless homes. We're talking 71% of the male population in the penal system right now, fatherless homes. Now, these are just a few of the documented stats.
What's up, y'all? Welcome back for another episode of Eat with the Poet. It's your girl, Elena the Poet, in the building. We have no time to waste, so we will waste none, right? We are live once again at Gigi's Music Cafe. Shouts out to Simone and Miss Brown for their continuous love and support. I can never repay them, but when this show blows up, just know we got you for life, and that's on period. Listen, I am so super excited, guys. Why am I so excited? Because Eat with a Poet has filmed its 22nd episode. This is our end of the year show, y'all. We have been filming all 2021, so I'm loving on y'all for sticking with me through this journey. Listen, I want to thank all the guests and everybody that has been here this year. I'm wishing you many blessings and many love, and we riding out again 2022. I started this show from a feeling of just kind of wanting to do something that would allow me to be God's representative and still show that I'm down to earth, right? I'm a person, and that I have multiple gifts to give back. As a poet, I deem it my responsibility. But then it turned into the desire to want to be more of a platform, let's say for artists, right? That's how I started off. But then God said, no, just people that are making an effective difference, right? And so that's what it is. I try to be very obedient. And so if you're making an effective difference, those are the people that I have been chosen to be here on the show. So I'll continue to do that as we continue to grow and we just stay together throughout this journey and see what it's going to be. Now, today, I do want to take the time out, because y'all know I'm a Jesus girl, to thank God for the things that we cannot see, for it reflects true faith for Him to lead us. Today's topic is one that I feel needs to be discussed because the culture does not celebrate them enough, right? No. What about our fathers, y'all? What about our fathers? That's how I'm feeling today. And this subject is a big deal to me because we are living in a world where it seems that women are taking over, but not just taking over. They are announcing the lack of need for a man, right? Women are trying to make being single and being a single mom a trending thing. Or is that just my opinion? Because y'all know I got a bag full of them. But this does not make me happy because I had a dad, right? He passed away in 2018 and he will forever live through me. But I'm just saying, I know how having a dad has a great effect on a girl or a woman, and it feels great. And for that matter, I know what it feels like for my 8-year-old daughter to have her dad in his life. So I want to talk about that. We're going to sit down with my special, amazing guest. Y'all stay right there. Don't go nowhere. Be right back. Eat with the Poet.
Hey y'all, what up? It's your girl, Elena the Poet, coming to you, asking you once again, subscribe to my YouTube channel, Elena Poet, at youtube.com. Yeah, Elena Poet. Subscribe, y'all. Eat with the Poet. Peace.
And we are back, huh? We are back with my amazing guest. Yes, I am in between some amazing men right now. And who better fit to discuss this topic with me today? So before we even get into the meat of dinner, As a matter of fact, we waiting on dinner. But before we even get into that, let's talk about who I have sitting here with me, because I'm gonna need y'all to understand what's going on at this table, right? So to the right of me is royalty, right? South Florida's finest, right? And he has so many amazing things going on. I was blessed to have worked with this gentleman, and I want to tell you everything that I know, but I'm a chill. You know what I'm saying? And let him do that. You feel me? Mr. Mustafa, talk to these people. Tell them who you are.
Hello, everyone. My name is Melton Mustafa. You can call me Mustafa on sax, and I'm from South Florida, particularly in Miami, graduate of Miami Carroll City Senior High, also a graduate of Florida A&M University on the highest of 7 hills, and I'm here.
Yeah.
I'm here.
Where can they find you? What you got going on?
Oh, wow.
Because I know you got some stuff going on coming in 2022, February.
Wow, so many things. So many things. Well, actually, I have a couple of things going on. As you know, I'm a professional artist, and I perform all the time. So, I'm performing just about every weekend somewhere, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And sometimes we throw in Monday, Tuesday, right? Wednesday. Yes, I give lessons. I'm the conductor of the Melton Mustafa Big Band.
You see what I'm saying? How I gotta pull it out.
I'm also giving music lessons. So if you have a son or daughter who's interested in music, and I would love to give them to share my music experience with them.
That's the gift.
A lot of times, parents, think that the only thing that they should put their kids in is sports. Mm-hmm. But I think that we should try to encourage our kids to do as many things as possible.
That's right.
Drama, art, dance, ballet, picking up a musical instrument, learning how to do coding, learning how to program computers, robotics, all of these amazing things, Nothing is wrong with athletics because,
Quite
I mean, this is something fun to do. I did athletics also, but, I give music lessons. So if you have a son or a daughter who wants to learn how to play music, it's a great experience for them. And all the research says that it helps them.
Yeah.
All of it.
Come on. We know this. We know what the music can do for the world. So we ain't got to debate that now. All right. And I'm going to move on over smooth to the left side. You feel me? And this amazing gentleman, I want to say we met probably in 2016.
Sounds about right.
Initially. And I was taken back. I was just completely blown away. I seen him perform one time, and then after that, I completely fell in love with his artistry and just kind of how he does his thing, and he's making his moves to and fro throughout South Florida and doing some amazing things and making some amazing connections. I ain't gonna do it. I'm gonna let him do it. JTM, please tell these people how you handle it.
I love it. What's up, y'all? It's JTM Josh, the man, Mr. Handle It.
Yeah.
Listen, I mean, it's such an honor to be here right now. We actually, when we met, we did this poetry event.
Yes.
So I performed at a poetry event. I wasn't expecting the powerhouse to walk in the way she did. Didn't need no mic. There was no mic needed. She preferred not to have it, and she destroyed it. So I'm very honored to be here. Very glad that I know you personally as just a person. She's such a beautiful person. Just a little bit about me. I'm an artist, also a CEO of the company called Handle It All Productions, where we handle pretty much all of it. We're a one-stop shop as far as makeup artists, dancers, models, you name it. You need something for your video, videography, photography. We do events, so I have DJs, we got hosts. I mean, we have everything under one big roof. And the one thing that I fell in love with my artistry was the business aspect of it. So therefore, I didn't want to just stay just an artist. I also wanted to become a business owner, which I am. Right. So that happened. I'm also a father as well. So that's why I am here. My son is actually not too far away from us. Right. So I'm kind of obsessed with this guy because me, myself, I didn't have my biological father growing up in my life a little bit, but God blessed me with the stepfather where to me now he's my best friend.
Y'all see how he just took the initiative to start the topic without me.
I'm sorry.
I love it. But that's his passion.
Yeah, that's me.
And I'm about that life. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? I am amongst 3 gentlemen actually who are fathers, because I got to shout out Vel P behind the camera and making things happen for his wife and children, doing his thing. But yeah, that's what it's about today. Today we're talking about the fathers and just the lack of love that media and the world gives them. You know, being a dad it goes without say from the beginning of time. There's a dad, there's a mom, you know, a man, there's a woman to make a child. But, you know, what we know, this generation will never know. And what I mean by that is when they say there's nothing new under the sun, where there isn't, but times have truly changed. And we're seeing things transform right before our eyes. We got an opportunity to experience beepers and black and white TV. You know, we caught it. We got a chance to get a little bit of the soul era and the, you know, the real R&B. You know, I didn't come up when the Flamingos was making music, but I love the Flamingos. I got a chance to hear that. And so now some people will only get a chance to sample and, you know, and experience it that way. But what we wanted to do today is just kind of put out there in the atmosphere from amazing people, but who are also real fathers, on-hand fathers that, you know, I think you should be praised. I think you should be praised for what you do. And I just kind of want to talk to each of you about how you feel. I know you see it. I know you see the lack of love for the fathers. Yeah. How does that affect you today?
Well, that's an interesting question. Thank you for asking that question. Well, I try not to let it affect me because to me, what's most important is how my son and daughter feels about me. And, you know, just the way I felt about my mom and dad, you know, the love that and admiration that I had for them, that's what I want to instill in them. So what everybody else thinks, I don't really care as much about it. Maybe I should, but the bottom line is I want to make sure that I develop and cultivate healthy kids. I want them to see me, you know, working hard. I want to be able to give them hugs and to talk about, you know, their fears, their dreams, and, you know, what they want to become. And I just want to let them know this is a safe space. You know, if something goes wrong, that's okay. We're gonna get through this together. If you do something wonderful, yeah, we're going to celebrate this together. So I just want to make sure I cultivate a healthy relationship. And I'm not really worrying about who's acknowledging that right now because it's about them.
Right.
You know,
right.
And not about everybody else.
That's it. That's it right there. What you say, JTM?
I think it's affected me on 2 wavelengths. Number one, it made me appreciate my stepfather, who I call my father. You know, I see that it's not here the way it's supposed to be here or the way it was back in the day when we can just look on TV and get morals and values
from TV
from television. As far as, you know, we got Uncle Phil, you know, R.I.P.
You got Bill Cosby. He was, to me, the Bill Cosby show to me was one of the number one examples that black kids, at least, especially, but he crossed over to, you know, but that we could actually look at that example of a father and fall in love with. Fall in love with the idea of your mom and dad being together and raising you, your sisters and brothers in the same household.
Especially being of color. What? Being of color, and that's revolutionary. That was revolutionary TV, where you're a person of color. The whole household is intact and it's thriving. And it's like, this is an example that you see young kids, especially young black kids, will see it and we want to aspire to that, as opposed to the other negative things that are portrayed by us. Right. So it was an amazing feature. You got that. You got Family Matters. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like
Carl Winslow.
So I mean, it was powerful stuff, man. It was powerful stuff.
And today we see none of that on TV. You know, it's all reality TV now. So you really don't get an opportunity. So it's like, and then, you know, more and more, and that was another thing. What do you guys feel about like all this, you know, how it's being pushed, that the energy of the woman is being pushed so much? And I know that you might feel like it's sensitive, but I just want to kind of know how it is affecting our men, because why do we not care? you know what I'm saying, how you guys feel and how you're being affected about what's going on in the world. Not that we should feel like, okay, men, shut your mouth, do your job, be a dad. You know what I'm saying? Be a dad. You know what you're supposed to do. Take care of the child, like how you were saying. Well, I love them. I just want to hug on them and stuff like that, because a lot of dads probably do share that same feeling. They want to love on their child and stuff. But the importance of the love that comes directly from the father is what I wanted to emphasize.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, at the end of the day, you say it's affect you in two ways.
Yeah.
But when you look back and see it, do you feel like that men have just kind of been forced to hush and be quiet and take it and sit back?
You know, it's an interesting topic, you know, without getting too deep. I think
Get
that...
deep. What's up? What's up? What's up with the
getting
deep?
too deep. I think this system is designed right now to systematically take apart or separate or dismantle our family structure, and to make it seem, this is my opinion, to make it seem like, you know, although we love strong, independent black women, like, you know, that it's nothing like that family unit where you can bounce ideas off the female or bounce ideas off the dad. You know, if mom is nurturing, dad is nurturing also, or he's a provider. You know, they're working together, they're coexisting together to make sure that this family unit is there. I think that this system right now is dismantling that family.
Like an agenda, right?
Right. And you know what I notice is, when you have a system where they're telling you, okay, you say you're independent, you don't need a man, you can do this by yourself, and we're going to give you some food stamps so you don't have to get him do that and put him on child support and that person and do it like this because you're independent, you don't need anybody else. Mm-hmm. But in my opinion, I think that child needs the mother and the father. Mm-hmm. And the grandparents, and the uncles and aunties that's going to love on them and keep everybody together. So I'm into the entire family existence, from the parents to the cousins. You know, getting a chance to play with your cousins. The village. The kids don't even know. Some kids don't even know their cousins anymore. Yeah. You know, I grew up with everybody coming to the house. The adults at the table, the kids, we on the floor on a piece of newspaper eating. Right. You know, we 3 or 4 in the bed. You know, like it's time to go to sleep. Yeah. We had a very tight family. You know.
I'm going to have to wholeheartedly agree. It's not showing that teamwork. It's not showing that, like I said, village. It's not showing that. It's more so directly on, okay, like, you know, dad is not there. You don't need dad, and you don't need anybody. You can just go front. You can do what you do. So I get the giant women empowerment movement. All hats off to you, but it shouldn't just be just that being shown. Let's show some diversity. Let's get back to the village aspect of it. Even now, our village has changed. It's a lot of co-parenting going on that's not being shown. It's a lot of it's a lot of that. Like, if we're gonna do that, if let's say mom and dad is going together, that's fine. But let's show those civil families where mom and new husband and dad and new wife are good. Right. They're friends. They're part of the new village now. Correct. You know what I'm saying? So if that wasn't something that wasn't shown back in the day, and it is happening a lot now, let's give some praise to that, because everybody's concentrating on the most important thing, and that's the children.
And see, here's the thing for me. Thank God we had an opportunity to see what it's like and what's supposed to be. Mm-hmm. So we know the difference. And you know when something's right and when something's wrong, because there's a feeling that God has placed inside of each one of us, that, you know, we can see when things are changing and we're sitting back. So it's just like, okay, now at this point, it's kind of got to be like what you said. I can't worry about nobody else. I gotta parent and father my child the best of my ability. I gotta plant these seeds the best way I know how. I'll teach your kids how to play the saxophone. I'll teach your kids how to do this, to be, you know, because that's that father example going on and outside and still planting more seeds into other people's children. Because you know you're gonna come into contact with many children who won't have an opportunity to have experience what your children experience.
Exactly. You know, it's interesting that you say that because I come from a family where my mom was there, my dad was there, and both of them were stellar. My dad's a family man. He was a world-renowned musician who traveled all over the world. He played with the Count Basie Band, Duke Ellington, Ray Charles, Frank Sinatra. Anybody that you could name, he played with. But he wanted to be with his family. So after a while, he no longer did any tours. He said, I want to be here to watch my kids grow up. And that was really, really important to him. You know, and it's humbling because to see somebody be able to
I don't want the food. I'm sorry.
It's coming right now.
It's coming?
Yeah, it's coming right now.
yeah,
If you want seasoning on the fries, you didn't say it.
Y'all want seasoning on y'all fries?
yeah, please.
He said yes, he said no, so
Do you want seasoning?
Yeah.
Do you want seasoning?
yeah,
Yeah, seasoning.
I don't need it.
Yeah. So to see a musical prodigy like, you know, I know he can go anywhere and perform anywhere, but he'd rather be with his family. That's very important.
Yes.
That's very important to me. And you know, to see that he could be anywhere in the world and he'll volunteer at the African Heritage Culture Arts Center, working with little kids in Liberty City, you know, who they call are disenfranchised or, you know, lower income or low income, you know, to see that he'll give back and ask for little to no money, if that, you know, just on the point of helping. That's what shaped me in the way I do things, you know. That's why, you know, education is important. And what you were saying, you know, I teach in the school system. So I see kids with the father is not in the house. And I see how they behave. I see kids who don't even live with their mom. They just live with their grandma. And grandma's doing the best she can to help raise these kids or whatever. And I also see how the school system deals with those kids when things go wrong. It's almost like they're just bad kids, but they're not bad kids. They're just regular kids. They want to have fun. They want love. They want to eat. You know, they want to feel good about themselves just like anybody else.
And they haven't been taught.
Right.
So that's the reason why people can label them and call them bad. But anybody who is of standard or morals and discipline and you know, has manners has been taught by a mother or a father or someone who in their life has given them. He said he didn't want to see it, so here's plain. Okay. You eat chicken, right? I gotta make sure now because people don't be eating everything. Yeah, you got some chicken and some Uber coming.
Okay.
You can take some home or whatever. That's how we roll. You know what I'm saying? The baby good?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. So, but no, I mean, at the end of the day, that's just how unfair it is, you know, and I think these conversations are very important. I mean, how many people's lives will they change? I don't know, but I'm putting it out there. One person is going to be able to. So here's the thing. I was talking to somebody today, and she was telling me about some things that she considered to be a problem in her home. Quite naturally, she's an adult female, but she lives with her mother. Her father is not in the picture. Or her father and mother are separated. He's with his wife and stuff. Okay. So a lot of stuff in the home she has pretty much had to step up and do. Because she's the adult in the home with her mother. So the frustration, you know, that she was expressing about, you know, how her mom doesn't know how to do this or do that and all these different things. And it's like, and I'm listening to her and I'm thinking to myself like, wow, you know, it's so unfair that, you know, she is in a situation where, you know, her father is not there. Her mother and father, they clearly made her together, but now they're not together. And now she's growing up and has to try to figure it out and help her mama. You understand what I'm saying? And it's like, okay, but, you know, we all grow up knowing mama and we know that daddy's, you know, had to be in the picture some way, somehow. If he's not in the home, he had to be in the picture some way, somehow. So most people grow up with these mentalities like, you know, I don't know about my daddy, but, you know, I don't care about him anyway. He ain't around, so he don't do nothing for me, so I don't care, so I'm good. It's just me and my mama. But my thing is, the solution has to be larger than the problem. You understand what I'm saying? There has to be a solution. Now, is the solution to just focus on your home and be the best father that you can be to your children, and then try to give back? I think that's a great solution. But on a larger scale, what do you think we can say that will kind of change the perspective to maybe some young mother who feels like she independent and she good, she got it? Because we've already stressed how important the fathers are, but from a man, from a father, can we just, first of all, how old is your son?
My son is 7.
Can you just kind of share a little bit of the experience of what it's like for you as a father as you're raising your child?
Me as a father, it's been challenging and rewarding all at the same time. Like, for instance, you have to realize not everybody's, first of all, not everybody's made to be a parent. Not everybody's made to be that, because it's, once you have a child, your life is no longer just yours.
Right.
You definitely have to put your child first. And with that being said, it's like a nonstop job. I would say all the way up to the age of 18, but you never know when it's going to be, hey, I'm out of the nest completely.
Right.
So think about a job that you never get paid from at all. The only time you get paid is from first steps, maybe some smiles here and there, maybe some first conversations.
You get
you're
paid
like, wow.
for their accomplishments.
Exactly. So if that's not something that's going to sink in and you'll be satisfied with, you might have to reevaluate being a parent in general. But no,
That's good.
yeah. But being with him, man, was eye opening as far as I found a piece of myself that I don't think I would have had access to until he came into this world.
Right.
He got here, and it was this giant drive. I had a drive, but this was like, it was like turbo. It was like fire. Like, okay, I got to get things together here. I got to do this. I got to do that, because I'm concentrating on how it's going to affect him in his future growing up. So he is literally the best part of me. You know what I'm saying? And I take great pride. I take great joy in the little stuff. Like, even when it comes to helping him with his homework, hearing how he answers certain questions, correcting certain things he says. Seeing a lot of my mistakes as a kid and kind of guiding him and steering him in the right direction. Where it's like, look, you need to drink some water at an early age.
Correct. Correct.
Because I remember when I didn't drink no water and how it affected me. No, you drinking water.
And that's good too, that you said, because I remember how not drinking water affected me. Because what happens is, I remember being a kid and coming up and having questions, and I've just being told because I said so. Because I told you to. Yep. That's why.
Yep. Old school mama.
But so that's a difference now too, as well, as opposed to then. I think parents, or the good parents, understand that it's important to communicate with your child and talk to them and be honest with them and answer their questions, because you just don't want somebody else to answer them in a way where you wouldn't have wanted them to get that answer like that. You know what I'm saying?
Now, I want to chime in, because earlier I said, I'm not worried about what other people perceive of how I interact. I'm just doing my job because I have to do my job. But I am proactive. I do care about the community, and because I care about the community, I give music lessons. I do tutoring. I do workshops. I do master classes.
Right.
I've developed programs in which I can push into different elementary schools, middle schools, high schools, and even collegiate level, and give kids an opportunity to perform, to learn how to play instruments, to do things in the arts. So, whereas I'm not going to worry about what somebody else is saying, I'm still going to do what I know I need to do for my community, because I love my community.
Right.
So what that means is, if I'm going to the store, if I'm in the barbershop, and I see a little boy with his pants down, I'm going to tell him to pull them up every time. And it's okay. It's okay. He might pull them up, he might not. But at least he knows somebody cares, and he's going to think about it.
And know what he's going to know too? You're somebody's father.
Right. So whereas, like, I'm not worried about what other people perceive of how I'm interacting. I'm just doing my job because I have to do my job. But I am proactive. I do care about the community, and because I care about the community, I give music lessons. I do tutoring. I do workshops. I do master classes.
Right.
I've developed programs in which I can push into different elementary schools, middle schools, high schools, and even collegiate level and give kids an opportunity to perform,
Right.
to learn how to play instruments, to do things in the arts. So whereas I'm not going to worry about what somebody else is saying, I'm still going to do what I know I need to do for my community because I love my community.
Right.
So what that means is if I'm going to the store, if I'm in the barbershop and I see a little boy with his pants down, I'm going to tell him to pull them up every time. And it's okay. It's okay. He might pull them up. He might not. But at least he knows somebody cares and he's going to think about that.
And know what he's going to know too? You're somebody's father.
Right. Right. Mm-hmm. So whereas I don't really particularly, I'm not moved by how you may directly feel about me.
Mm-hmm.
It's not going to cause me to be like, oh, they're not saying I'm awesome. No,
right. Correct.
No, that's not my concern. My concern is, am I doing the things that I know I need to do? Am I emulating the things that I saw my dad do all of those years?
Right. Right. And I think that's a beautiful thing. And I acknowledge that too, Mustafa, when you were saying that you give the lessons and stuff. That's what I really believe to be planting seeds, putting back into the earth, so that it can manifest a harvest, eventually. And that's what, I do here on this show. Now, I actually wanted to go through a list of the TV dads, but we had did them because I was Googling TV dads, and in 2020, what came up was a few guys that I wouldn't have never imagined. There's some newer shows that are out. Homer Simpson was on there. They did everything not to put Bill Cosby on the list. Everything not to put him on the list. And for me, that sucked because he is the first one true, real example of what everybody fell in love with to be a dad.
Facts. Oh, yeah, facts.
You know what I'm saying? And I just hate that people don't look at the work. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? And that's how it actually plays into what you were saying when you say you can't concern yourself more over with what people say, because people will just find all the wrong things to think about instead of the purpose or the actual substance of something. You understand what I'm saying? And you can never take away the substance from that show.
Facts.
I don't care what you say, do, or say.
Too much of an impact.
And so that will always be an example of what I consider to be what everybody should be able to look at and say, okay, you want to go to school and see how to be a daddy? All right. Start Cosby Show season 1. We'll be right back. Eat with a Poet.
Peace to all the queens. What's up out there? Tapping in. I need everybody to tap in. Cool people. Eat with a Poet. Subscribe. Never leak it or show it. Gotta pull your own weight. If you reap it, you sow it. Come eat with a Poet. Gotta plant it and grow it. Drop that artificial food. Come and eat with a Poet. Kicking words with the poets, I get lyrical. Physical is great, my journey now is spiritual. Peace to the queens in the nation and foreign. I would like to introduce you to Elena the Poet. Stayed down in the jungle like some bare feet. Now when we toast, ace of spade, no more bare feet. Poking beans, Dade County, yeah, I'm still hood. Spread love, feed the homeless cause it feels good. Now pay attention, this is knowledge of wealth. Throw the school books away, this is knowledge of self. Quiet is kept, listen, this the Revolution broadcast. Now pay attention to Elena and her podcast. Never leak it and show it. Gotta pull your own weight if you reap it, you sow it. Yeah, gotta plant it and grow it. Drop that artificial food, come and eat with a Poet. Come eat with a Poet. Shout out to Elena the Poet. Cool people. See, I need everybody to tap in, subscribe, spread love. You know what I'm talking about? Black power. Black power. Black queens. Black kings. All Shout kings. Out to all the kings. All queens. Forward move.